What's up, YouTube family? It's your girl Candiace and I am back with another video. Did y'all miss me? Cause y'all already know I be missing y'all when I'm gone. Anyway, you know what time it is when y'all see your girl here in the pink robe. You already know we about to talk about TV. As you can see in the title, we're gonna be talking tonight about this new episode of the Housewives of Potomac. Episode whatever I put in the title. Cause y'all know I don't be knowing the episode. I don't be knowing the episode number when I record these videos. I just be watching TV, child. But anyway, listen here, y'all. I got my notes tonight. Look at here. I got notes for us because, baby, tonight's episode was full of the tea and the drama. Like, it was full, and I got something to say about a few people. But before I say what I got to say and get into tonight's episode, if you're new to this channel, hello, hi. I am Candid with Kayla. Thank you for tuning in. I drop reactions, reviews, and story times all throughout the week. If you're interested in that type of content, then you are in the right place. So make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, and child, leave a like on this video. Or a dislike if you don't like it. But if you don't like it, then bah. But anyway, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into tonight's episode, baby. So the first thing that I have to say is it starts off with crying Wendy talking to Eddie, child. If Wendy don't do nothing else on this show, my good sis gonna cry. Like, if she not doing nothing else, my good sis is going to freaking cry. I don't understand why Wendy always crying. Like, she cry when she happy, when she sad. Is she a Pisces? I'm a Pisces, and from a Pisces to another Pisces. Is she a Pisces or a Cancer or a Scorpio? One of these emotional signs, because baby be crying. Like, but anyway, Wendy was talking to Eddie about the Williamsburg trip, telling him just the events of it, telling him how the girls came to her about the rumor. And, she was kind of bothered by the fact that Ashley was the one that brought the bone to her, being that Ashley got like a super unstable relationship and her man be publicly cheating on her. Like, you really was not in your lane to be talking to somebody about their husband's infidelity when your husband can't even keep it to himself. Like, your husband out here sleeping with men, women, cats, and dogs, and how you gonna come over here trying to ask me about my man and some rumors? And you should have been empathetic. Out of all the women, you should have had the most empathy. Like, I don't feel like Ashley was coming from a malicious place, but I do feel like she should have known better than like to do that. She wouldn't have liked that. So I feel like she should have known better. Like, Ashley, y'all know Ashley is a dumb blonde child. So I know she not blonde, but she a dumb blonde. So it is what it is. Like, well, that's offensive. I won't say that, but Ashley is a little bit of an airhead. I don't think she think anything through. Like, I don't think she ever is malicious, but it just Ashley, baby, Jesus. Anyway, next scene goes on, and it is Gizelle and Robyn, and they're talking about their Reasonably Shady podcast, which I thought was a brilliant idea for them to do a podcast about being shady, being that they are Shady Boots Shady Boots and Shady Boots 2.0. These are the messiest girls on the show, so I don't see why they would not have it. It's called Reasonably Shady, even though they are usually unreasonably shady. I'll go for it. So Gizelle, they're talking about marriage and cheating, infidelity, all these things, and Gizelle gets into the fact that she's like, they're talking about the statistics of men who cheat always come back and cheat again. And Gizelle is like, well, I wish I knew that 2 years ago. And, I was like, ooh. So did Jamal cheat again? Because that's what the production team was like. Do you regret being with Jamal? She was like, no, but like, sis just be answering. I don't know what y'all think. I think sis just be answering questions to save face. I think she's very embarrassed in like all of that because, like, girl, why would you say that you wish you knew about those stats 2 years ago in reference to men that cheating again, but you saying it was a joke? It was not a joke. We can see right through you, sis. But also another sad thing that I thought was her mind state about men and marriage. Like she was saying that she feel like if you with a man long enough, he'll eventually cheat. And I just think that is so broken and damaged because I definitely disagree. I know a lot of men who did not cheat and have been with their wives for so long. Like everybody is not trash like that. Just because that's your experience, I don't feel like. I just feel like Gizelle just broken child. Gizelle need help. She need therapy, counseling, and some confidence because my good sis is well, she not my good sis. I don't even like Gizelle, but y'all know what I mean. Sis is miserable, and it shows. It shows. It exudes through her pores. So Robyn says that she remembers having that infidelity with Juan. However, she did leave him and they just rekindled and got back together. But she said she would never turn a blind eye like she used to. And I think that's a good thing. You should never turn a blind eye to some man doing you dirty. Like, you just shouldn't. Should not. So, and they get into talking about the rumors with Eddie. And, Gizelle is saying, like, when she brought up the situation, she was really trying to check on Wendy, not trying to be shady, but what y'all think about that? Because I think that's cap. I think she was most definitely being shady. Like, girl, you sat down at the table with Ashley and you said, so let's get into the rumors about Eddie. You was being messy. Like, I don't care what you say. You were being shady. You were being malicious. I just think Gizelle is always coming from a malicious place. Like, that's just my opinion. But y'all can tell me if y'all disagree with that. So they move on to Candiace. Candiace talking to Chris at the house, and child, y'all know I just don't like Candiace, but she is not a likable person. Her attitude is trash, and her mouthpiece will get her hit. However, the fashions do be on point. Candiace be dressing cute, like she have a lot of cute pieces on, but other than her fashion, and she's a pretty girl, but her attitude so ugly, it just take all of that away. So Candiace is saying that Gizelle was being messy by asking if Chris was riding her coattails, but that is true. Candiace, Gizelle was being messy, but Chris do be riding your coattails, like just like you was riding your mom's coattails, and Chris was allowing it because I don't know any man, no real man, that's gonna allow his wife's mom to take care of them. You know, like living in his wife's mom's house. I just don't know. I don't. I mean, that's just me. I don't know. I don't. It's not giving what it's supposed to give. Chris not ever giving what it's supposed to give. He's just cute. That's all. Chris probably got sis, penismatized or something because it's not giving what it's supposed to give. So, Candiace says she feels like Gizelle is projecting her failed relationship on her and Chris and all the other women, and I do kind of somewhat agree with that Gizelle is projecting her misery on the whole group. She's trying to make other people miserable. So she then moves on to talking about Ashley, which here's where we're going to get into this more later on in this episode or in this review. But, honey, Candiace gonna say that Ashley was trash for bringing up the rumor. She said that Ashley, when she, after the fact, and Chris says maybe she was coming from a good place, like I said. But Candiace was like, no, because after the fact, she was all chipper in the kitchen saying like, this didn't go how it's supposed to go. And that's not true. Like, she wasn't laughing about that. She literally just stated like, that's not how I thought that was gonna go, which is normal, a reaction when something doesn't go the way you think. She was like, she talked about her forehead and said she was gross, and even Chris was like, that's kind of harsh, like, dude. At the end of the day, Candiace, just say you don't like Ashley and stop talking about her, because if Ashley haul off and hit you in your mouth or bust your head down on the table like Monique did, then you're gonna be trying to cry wolf, but you really just be picking at people. Like, you be coming for people. That mouthpiece, if I was on the show, I'd have been slapped you every season, and I'll come back every season to slap you again. So I'm not going for that. So anyway, moves on. Kind of boring scene. Ashley and Michael. Their scenes are always boring because Michael is boring, and Ashley is kind of boring when she's with Michael. So like, Mom Ashley is boring. I miss bring back twerking Ashley. Bring back twerking first season, Ashley, because Mom Ashley's so boring on this show. So Ashley hires a massage therapist for her baby to avoid some type of surgery. But the thing that was funny about this scene was that, honey, if I was that massage therapist, Michael was like, okay, I just want to ask you a few questions. Baby, Michael ran down so many questions that even the lady was like, Michael, honey, honey, this lady is very much certified, and I understand you wanting to have the best person for your child, but you almost ran that lady away. This man was asking so much. Like, this was not an interview. It was the first session. That means Ashley already approved and picked this lady. So I don't know why he was asking so many questions. Like, he was definitely giving, I don't know. For me, Michael is just the whitest white man ever, and he was acting like the whitest white man ever. So they go ahead and they get in the car from afterwards. Whatever they did, it seems like it did help the baby because the baby was knocked. Okay, as soon as that baby, before they even got to the car, baby boy was knocked like dead to the world, out cold. Um, so they get in the car, and Ashley is expressing, that she's not quite ready to be fully intimate with Michael yet. And I feel like, she is a bit embarrassed because she brings up him watching the video of her giving birth and saying that, she didn't want him to watch it because she didn't want him to see the baby coming out the way or whatever. Because I think she tore really bad. But Michael's like, I don't care. I'm not watching for that. I'm not looking at your vagina. I'm looking at you giving birth to my baby. Like, which I thought was very helpful. And Michael tells her, he reassures her that it did not turn him off to see that he don't care. He still want to have sex with her. Like, and he tells her that she's doing really good and healing really well, and she's getting back in shape well. And I do like that he encourages her. One thing I will say about Michael and Ashley, they have a very unorthodox relationship, but I do believe that they love each other. And I don't see them splitting up unless Ashley just decides she doesn't want to deal with Michael's drama no more. But I think that Michael and Ashley somehow are like kind of a perfect match. It's weird, but it works. Like, it just works. I don't know. So they move on. Next scene is Robyn. This scene was so weird to me now. This was clearly like, they didn't think this one out. So Robyn was sitting on the couch talking to Carter, her son, her little boy, about whether or not she needed to get a life coach. And I just don't understand. I feel like the conversation was like not for a child, because she's telling him she don't feel like she got her life together and stuff, and he just like, okay, well, if you think you need a life coach, get a life coach. Which he was being such a sweet boy. He was such a sweet boy to sit there and listen, even though he didn't know what she was talking about. But like, Robyn, why were you talking about that to him and not Juan? They have a weird relationship. I don't care. I don't like Robyn and Juan together. So anyway, she goes ahead and she calls this life coach, and she tells her, she just kind of wants to talk to her. She need to get her life together. And the life coach tells her, what made you call? And she's saying, I just been feeling unmotivated lately. And she lists out pretty much depression. So the lady, without saying, girl, you need therapy, she says, girl, you need therapy. She actually was like, people see marriage therapists in my bio and think that I'm a therapist, but I'm not a therapist for just people, only for marriages and couples. But as far as you, I could just be your life coach. And she tells her, I suggest life coaching for people who are mentally stable. Everything is okay. They just need a little bit of help rearranging their life. However, if you have issues with your mental state, you need therapy. And I feel like Robyn does have issues with her mental state. Robyn is depressed. Like, girl, you're depressed. You are depressed. Take some medicine, get some help, get yourself right. You don't need no life coach. You need therapy. And I just think if I'm going to be honest real quick and go on my little soapbox, I think a lot of black people avoid therapy, trying to find a lot of other ways because they don't feel like it's a black thing, or they feel like maybe they're crazy. But I think therapy is extremely important. Mental health is extremely important. We go through things that a regular person cannot help us figure out. You need someone that is trained in brain to help you out. So that's just my soapbox opinion about Robyn. But anyway, so this next scene, though, y'all, I really like this scene because Mia goes to lunch now. First and foremost, did y'all see Mia Mama? Mia Mama is very much a black woman, and I wasn't expecting that because I didn't even know Mia was black. But Mia Mama is like, hello, Barbara, this is Shirley Black. Like, she giving Barbara and Shirley tea. She is like blackity black. Like, she's not a Karen Huger. This is a old school, old fashioned black lady, and it was just very weird to see that. That was Mia's mom. So anyway, Mia gets down to talking to her mom to ask her what did her dad do to make her resent Mia so much, which I thought was a deep question and a good question to ask. And the mom goes on to tell her that, like, your dad introduced me to drugs and he was like neglectful to you, which this story was crazy. So basically, y'all, apparently Mia's got burn marks all over her body, and she says she doesn't remember how it happened or what. She don't remember it, but she can tell something happened to her. Apparently, back when Mia was a little girl, her mom went to work and she decided to make some oatmeal on the stove, and I guess when she was pulling it down it spilled. So this is boiling water with oatmeal in it, not the microwave kind, the boiling water kind. And it spilled, and because she's a child reaching up, it spilled all down her body. And so when the police and everybody got there, she said she's thinking like, where is her dad? How did this happen? Child, y'all, why the daddy was in the basement with a whole nother woman? Where they do that at? Where do they do that at? Like, girl, and Mia Mama said she was only gone for 15 minutes. Like, sis, y'all, that man had done slid somebody in the house and was in the basement so caught up that he allowed his daughter to get second and third degree burns all over her body. How, Sway? So I would have resented the daddy too. So the mom also said that, after that she tried to leave because with the drugs, and in that situation she was just like, I can't do this no more. She said after 3 days, y'all, 3 days went by after she left this man, and she said she decided she couldn't live without him, and she tried to commit suicide. So with all of those things piled up, the fact that Mia looked like her dad and Mia reminds her of the dad, this is why she was not close and kind of resented Mia. Which I think this was a good conversation to have, because I feel like a lot of parents and children have that issue and parents don't speak on it. And so Mia basically was telling her she wants them to get to a point where they can talk about uncomfortable topics like that and get to the bottom of stuff. And I mean, I just really enjoyed that mother-daughter moment, because I feel like they both got a little bit of closure. Is that the word I want to use? Not really closure, but I just feel like they got a deeper understanding of each other. And so I really did. I respected that. So, child, y'all, they go on to Karen. Y'all know Karen getting ready for her vow renewal. So with the vow renewal situation, she invites Mia and Wendy to help her pick her dress, which then they get there. They done drove all the way to this doggone place. And this lady don't even need help with her wedding dress. She got them helping her pick out like the reception dresses and stuff. Honey, you could have just FaceTimed us. Got me driving an hour and a half to pick out not your wedding dress. Girl, you could have figured that out on your own. FaceTimed us. But child, the way they was looking at Karen when she came out there with that dress on. The way they was looking at Karen Huger, baby, they was like, it was giving sorry to this man. Like, y'all, it was so funny because it was a bad dress. It wasn't cute. It had the bell bottom sleeves, the bell bottom, don't look like she could move. It was just not cute. Um, and so, but Wendy and Mia, y'all ain't have to do that. Y'all did not have to look like that when she came out there with that dress on, child. So anyway, Mia does tell Wendy that she feels like she was treated unfairly at in Williamsburg, that they should not have come for her marriage like that. Which I think that was good that Mia finally said something nice to Wendy, being that they be coming for each other's throats so much, which I don't even understand why, because they would actually probably be good friends. So Mia goes on to tell them that she was invited to Robyn's birthday dinner, and they were not. And Wendy's like, I don't care because it makes sense. Like, I'm not cool with them, so whatever. And so Karen tells her, I want you to tell Gizelle this. Now listen to this, y'all. Karen wants Gizelle to apologize to her for saying the word dead in the same sentence as Ray. I want Karen to drop this whole she wished death on my husband thing so bad, because Karen, girl, you know that lady didn't wish death on your freaking husband. First of all, your husband shaded the crap out of her and told her that her beauty was not going to last forever. It was going to fade soon, and she needed to hurry up and find somebody, which was totally inappropriate for Ray to say. So I feel like whatever she said back would have been okay, because Ray came for her first. But she literally just said, "You'll be dead and 6 feet under before this beauty fades." She did not wish death on him. She was just basically saying, "Child, don't worry about my beauty, because he's going to be here for a long time. 20, 30, 40 more years, I'm going to be pretty. And 20, 30, 40 more years, you'd be like 110. So, safe to say you'll be dead before I get ugly." I don't see what was wrong with the comment. If anything, I don't understand why nobody ever checked Ray. Ray was dead wrong. So anyway, honey, here's where it started getting juicy in this episode, because y'all know we got to get back on Candiace and Chris. So Candiace and Chris, they're having lunch, okay? And they're talking about the music video that she has coming up. And basically Chris goes on to tell her, like, okay, well, I do have some cooking lessons coming up, so I'm going to miss 2 days of your shooting, but I got everything in order. I'm sending out everything to everybody. Like, everything's going to be seamless. When Candiace has a problem with this, because she's basically saying that he's never available when she needs him. Y'all, if y'all don't know, Chris is Candiace's manager, which is always a bad thing. If you're keep business and love separate, like your husband or your parent, I just don't feel like your parent or husband should be your manager. And like, maybe if you like under 18, then your parent can be your manager because it's your legal guardian. But even then, just hire a manager and let your mom like help you out. I just don't think people should jeopardize their relationships for like management and stuff, because it just never goes right. So she's just saying, I need you here. You're missing the most important days. And he's like, I need you to trust me to know that I can make this run seamlessly even if I'm not there. But I'm already booked for these cooking lessons that I have to give. Therefore, I'm not canceling, because that's my business. You want me to basically drop my business, my clientele. You want me to be unprofessional on my end so that I could just be there on your end when I'm literally always there, and I'm only going to miss 2 out of the few days that you're going to be shooting. I totally agree with Chris that, Candiace, you asking for too much. Like, girl, chill. Chris is like, people already think I'm riding your coattails. If I start quitting all my jobs to just wait on you hand and foot, you're going to have to give me an allowance and stuff. I'm going to be basically your assistant, your servant. And I feel where Chris is coming from. Chris is like, I don't think this marriage is going to last, because Chris really is a good guy. It seems like he just... I like Chris. I think he is could be a better guy with a better woman. I think that she does not bring out the best in Chris at all. Candiace don't bring out the best in nobody, not herself, not nobody. Realistically, if we're gonna talk about it, Candiace is a miserable person inside and insecure. So she spews that out towards everybody. So you know, he tells her like, "Look, matter of fact, I want to go play golf this evening." And y'all, she flips out. She's like, "Oh, you always want to play golf when we got things to do?" And he's like, "Man, yeah, I just want to spend a couple minutes doing something I enjoy to decompress so that I can continue doing everything you need me to do and the stuff I have to do at a good high level and thrive." Excuse me, y'all. I just finished eating. I know y'all like, why she eat burping? I just finished eating before this. I couldn't wait to tell y'all about this episode, so I just hurried up. So anyway, and so she literally gets upset and she's like, "I will curse you the F out," and everything. He gets up and walks out, as he should, because honey, if I was a man, I probably would have threw some water on her. That's why God didn't make me a man, because I'd be in jail for abuse or something. Because I don't like when women talk to me and crazy. Like, she was talking to him like a child. And I don't agree with putting your hands on a woman. But I do think I probably would throw a drink at one if I was a man. I'd throw my food or a drink on you. Throw my plate over there. Start throwing food like Ray J and freaking Princess did on that one episode. You remember they was throwing food at each other across the table? But anyway, so, he was like, "Well, shoot, all this complaining you doing, tell somebody else to do all the work that I do for you for free then." Drops mic on that A. I agree, Chris. Chris doing all this for you for free, girl. And he has his own job, has his own everything. He is trying to be supportive to you like you were supporting him, but you don't have to drop everything you're doing to support somebody. Like, if I'm telling you, I got it, and I'm going to handle it, and I'm going to get everything prepared for you, then leave me alone. And go let that man golf or something before he get fed up with you, okay? And start looking for somebody else. Because that's what it's giving. It's giving sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I'm sick and tired of watching Chris be sick and tired of Candiace. Can we get Candiace off this show? I'm just tired of Candiace. And I'm going to tell y'all why, because we about to get into it. So this is the last scene. The ladies are meeting up at Robyn's birthday dinner. The one I told y'all about earlier that Karen and Wendy are not invited to. Because Gizelle purposely didn't invite them. Yeah. So they meet up for this. And immediately when everyone sits down, Candiace addresses Wendy not being there, not being invited. Especially since Gizelle stated that she wanted to move forward and move past it with Wendy. So Gizelle says, yes, she did want to, and she told her like that they need to talk. But she says that Wendy hasn't hit her up yet, and that she has an expiration date on making it up, and basically Wendy taking too long. And everybody else is like, well, Candiace was like, that's not fair because you didn't tell her that there was like an expiration on that. That lady might be trying to get it together and find out how she want to come to you. You ain't told her nothing. Like, you didn't say we need to talk by Tuesday or call me Friday. Like, y'all know Gizelle just trash, miserable. But Robyn comes on, and she says that she talks to Wendy, and she's like, I don't have no issue with Wendy, but I kind of do. Like, she's saying like I wouldn't have minded her coming, but our issues are still unresolved because Robyn basically feels like it was not a genuine apology, and even if it was a genuine apology, it was crossing the line. And now she doesn't trust her anymore, which I can totally understand because it was crossing the line. It was something that would make you not trust a person, child. So, let me get into this because the rest of this episode was Candiace going in on Ashley because Gizelle asked Ashley, did you put some hot sauce on this when you told Wendy? And Ashley's like, no, I swear to God, I didn't put nothing on it. I literally asked, if her and Eddie were trying to refuel their sex life due to the rumors and stuff, like if everything was due to the rumors. Immediately, Candiace hops on her, like, rolling her eyes. She like, girl, That's a lie. Candiace tells her that she feels like it was malicious. She did try to be messy. And girl, let me read y'all a list of things that Candiace called Ashley within a 1 minute span of time. Y'all ready? Here we go. She called her a filthy milkmaid, a H word, yeah, a garden tool, a wide body, and she told her, so she calls her all of that, oh, and a liar, and messy. So Ashley is like, oh my God, wide body. The whole table was like, Ashley's not wide. Come on, y'all. Ashley tiny. Y'all know Ashley not wide, girl. So the whole table is like, Ashley not wide. Why would you say that? Like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Because it was complete body shaming, insulting, bullying. Like, she went so hard on her, like a filthy milkmaid because she breastfeeds. A wide body. How you call a woman that just had a baby a wide body? And wonder why people be slamming your head into tables. Child. No, Ashley asked her, like, really, you body shaming now? Like, that's what you doing? Y'all, Candiace had the audacity to say, I'm not body shaming you. You body shame yourself every time you walk in a room with that wide body and that wide face. Girl, do y'all know? Candiace would have got them hands. Candiace would have got them hands. I would have been like, Corvette, Corvette. Like, girl. Candiace need to get beat up, and I want her off the show. Candiace is cancer. I'm going to start calling her Cancer instead of Candiace because she's a cancer to the show. She is worse than Robyn and Gizelle. She is worse than anybody who has been on. She worse than Charisse. She worse than everybody who has been on this show. Was Charisse on this show? I think if Charisse was on here. She worse than everybody that's been on here. I do not like Candiace, y'all. Like, and I really tried to give Candiace a try because when she came on the scene the last season or whatever, I thought she was such a cute girl, you know, young, vibrant energy. But Candiace just is the stuff she say out her mouth. If anybody was to say any of that to her, about her husband, about her mom, any of that, girl, Candiace would be having a whole fit, and y'all know that. But anyway, that was the end of that episode, and like, I don't know. When Candiace was going off like that, y'all, I couldn't even get to the end of the episode fast enough. I was trying to pull my camera out immediately, like I was over it. But anyway, y'all, that was the end of this episode. It looked like some more juicy drama gonna be coming up in the next few episodes. So y'all make sure y'all keep tuning in every Sunday night. Because I'm going to try to drop them every Sunday night unless I have an issue and I have to drop them Monday. But I'm going to try to drop them immediately after the show for you guys. But other than that, if you guys enjoyed this review, if you enjoy Storytime's reactions and other TV show reviews, like I said before, make sure you subscribe on your way out. Again, thanks for tuning in for all my subscribers and for the newbies that are joining the Candid fam. I'll see you guys, next time. Peace.